Alright, that is a bit better, I think. Alright, well, it's probably still offset. Let me get this thing. Alright, once I pull this up. So, I've got a stream again. Probably not for too long. Um, but, oh, it says it's live. Whoa, it is. Okay, so I will be building the Nightmare Before Christmas set today for a little bit, not too long. Because, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have stuff to do, so I won't be able to finish this thing today, and I won't finish it on stream. But I thought I'd do a little bit of it today, maybe finish the first of 3 sections of this. Here's the first figure. Yeah, streaming once again. Of course, the last stream was, probably a month ago at this point. It actually probably was just about a month ago, so wasn't as long between streams as I thought it might be, but this one isn't going to be a super long one anyways, but I guess there is some new LEGO news to go over. And I have no idea exactly how long this one's going to last, but hopefully the notifications went out for it, because I tried to schedule it, because that seems to help with those. But who knows? Who knows how it'll work today? Yeah, I'm excited to put this one together. I just bought it. Not just bought it, but I just went into LEGO store one day and bought it. Like every single LEGO set, but I guess this one's a bit of a bigger one, but excited to see the final result, and I guess it's a good time to be building this set. I didn't honestly think I was gonna end up streaming it after I bought it, so I am happy to actually be doing that. My goodness, I put the bloody brick on the set, and I'm looking around for the thing. It's like when I'll have my sunglasses up and my hair on atop a hat and start looking for them. It's been there the whole time. Same sort of thing. But of course, the October sets come out in a few days. The Fortnite sets I feel like are the biggest ones. So I have the Battle Bus pre-ordered. So I think I'll try to do a review on that in somewhat of a timely manner. But I don't know if I'll be streaming or not. Maybe. Hopefully I get this chance to. I'll see. The other thing I think I want to buy is the Star Wars set, not the big, whatever you call it. My goodness. What is it? It is the Jabba sail barge. There we go. I won't be buying that, but I will be getting the little thing. Or I guess it's not technically that little of a thing. It is still like a $65 set or something like that, I think. I forget. I remember looking at it, but I don't entirely remember what the price on the thing was. Yeah, I think I'm going to probably order 3 of those. I'm assuming that's going to be the limit, but I think I have decided on 3, because I believe it's supposed to retire at the end of the year, so it's definitely a set I want to pick up. But I guess more in LEGO news is how much LEGO news there has been in the last couple days. Fake, real, a lot of stuff, but I guess the biggest one of the things that I am super excited for and will be buying May 1st is Jango Fett's Slave 1 as a UCS set. Awesome choice. Absolutely love the choice. I think the Slave one is the best UCS set, and I think Django's is the better of the two. So, you know, right there, you sort of got a pretty good set. I haven't watched this movie in a little bit, so I don't entirely know everything. I've seen the buildings before, and I definitely recognize them, but it's I definitely like getting these minifigure Disney sets. They're definitely some of the best, and I guess that is another set coming out October 1st. I sort of forgot of. I don't know if I'll buy it or not. I don't know. I definitely want to get it at some point, but the celebration set with Lilo, Geppetto, Simba, a few other characters. A cool set. And yeah, I definitely want to get that one at some point. So see how that goes. But in other Lego news, there was the U-Wing, which seems to be a very much, not confirmed of course, but a more reliable rumor considering the other ones. There's also Plo Koon Starfighter, which seems to be having a little bit more traction, but still a bit up in the air. Django's helmet, that's been rumored for a while. I think another helmet, the AAT or AT helmet, I think it is, not AAT. I guess they're probably the same helmets. So, but yeah, that one was of course sort of canceled a couple years ago and now brought back. So that one should be interesting. The biggest thing that I've noticed with all these rumors from how does this connect? Okay, should be pretty simple. But what I feel like I've noticed the most is the lack of playsets. Like there's the ARC 170, the 4+ set, Ahsoka's Starfighter, and the U-Wing. That's like the first half of the year stuff that's playsets, which just seems extremely low numbers. I love display sets. I love the helmets. I think the dioramas are really cool, which there hasn't been one of those rumored yet, but and the other 18+ display sets, but there's definitely been a lack, I feel like, of solid play sets the last few years. But Jabba's Sail Barge definitely just feels like a large play set, which is cool. I like it. There's the mayor, looking pretty good. A lot of cool prints. Unless I missed the sticker sheet, there isn't any stickers to this set, which is of course a nice thing. I don't think they usually put a bunch of stickers into the idea sets anyways. But yeah, I guess there's also the Christmas set, the Winter Village, so I'll be getting that at some point, hopefully streaming it at some point. I think it was definitely sort of my plan to stream it pretty close to Christmas. So see how that goes, but that's definitely what I would like to stream. But this first bag is coming together pretty quick. It's the first of 2 buildings and first of 3 sections of this build. I think this build is just under 2,000 pieces. I don't have the box by me, so I don't know for sure, but I believe it's somewhat around that piece count. I think it was 270 Canadian. I think it's 200 American. I might be wrong, but I believe that's what it was. So yeah, that is that, and so far it's come together. Not actually really that much, but it's a fun one from what I can see of the images and everything about it. Seems like a cool set. Alright, I think I placed this wrong, which isn't ideal, but that's okay, because I'm only not that far into the step. Now hopefully that looks alright. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. It's gotta overlap a little bit to extend the base. Not entirely sure if these builds are closed off or if they're sort of the dollhouse style of a bunch of other builds. I know the submission was a lot taller for Jack Skellington's house. So, and I think that was open to the back. So I don't know what it is, but I feel like with two buildings, I don't know if you can close them off with 2,000 pieces, but maybe they are. Doesn't seem too big, and I think this is about the size that the base is going to be. I like the organic shape of the base. It definitely fits, I guess, a lot of what you see in the movie. Alright. The black base. I think I did this right. It looks okay. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. Never mind. Okay, it'd be easier to just put, ooh, some of that newer orange for the leaves of this. I think they use that for a tree later on in the build as well. Of course, this one has a decent amount of figures. I think they kept it relatively similar to the original submission. Probably better for an actual Lego set. I feel like it was really tall, or at least Jack Skellington's house was very tall in the original submission. It always looked a bit odd to me as a Lego set, more just worrying about the stability of it. I think the base is just about done. Even though I don't believe I put the thing there. Yeah, okay, there we go. That fixes that. Alright, I'm hoping this thing isn't all that big, because I do want to put it in a specific spot as a bit of a Halloween decoration. But if it's too big, I don't know if we'll be able to do that. But so far, considering this is one of the largest sections, and it doesn't seem too bad. All right. I quite like the look of the this building, even though it is all just gray pieces, so it's definitely not an overly colorful build, but the building techniques look pretty fun. I think this one has a really cool shape to the front of it, which I'm interested to see how that's built up, if I remember correctly from the pictures at least. But a lot of these little wedge dark bluish gray parts. I've been working on a build recently for a convention that I've got in November for Geonosis from Star Wars. So I'm getting sort of to the end of the build. I'm just working on the last section of it pretty much, so I'm excited to finish that, and I think I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. Quite like these dark orange leaves. Every dark orange piece just reminds me of that build that I'm working on, and it's been fun to work on a build for something like that. I'm already planning on my build for the next year of it. I'm starting to work on a French Dispatch build from Wes Anderson's film, so I'm quite excited for that one. And I'm actually also just working on an entire minifigure series dedicated to Wes Anderson's movies. So I've posted 3 on my Instagram page. Yeah, those. Doing 12 for the first few of them, just based off Rushmore and Bottle Rocket, and then I'll go from there. But I'm quite pleased with how they've turned out, and I'll have a video at some point going through all of them. I've decided to just pretty much dedicate my entire channel to a minifigure series drawing channel. That's not at all the truth of the matter, but I feel like I wouldn't mind doing it as a monthly thing starting in the new year, probably. It's just, I'm quite actually pleased with the figures so far, and I don't know, I really have no clue if there's even an audience at all for custom Wes Anderson minifigures, but maybe there is, but see how it goes. A couple more figures here. And looking pretty good. I'm excited to see the Jack Skellington and Sally ones. I don't have the minifigures from the minifigure series of those two, so definitely excited to get those two, and really any Disney minifigures. It's definitely, probably, I feel like my favorite Lego subline or theme is just minifigure Disney sets. I feel like every single one of them is pretty solid, so I quite like getting them, and for sure excited for the one coming out October 1st, even though I don't think I'll probably be buying it October 1st, but definitely at some point. Even when I do, I probably should just save it for a stream in the new year or so. I did just get in the Durmstrang ship, or not just get in, but a little while ago to go along with the Harry Potter promo when that was available at the beginning of the month. So I'm saving that as a bit of a thing to just do for a stream starting next year, because I do plan again to do them weekly, so that will be fun. Yeah, I'm working on the 6th figure now for that Wes Anderson series. I'm quite pleased with them so far. I have a few that I haven't posted because I'm trying to post one to Instagram each week, and I like the idea of having just a bit of a backlog of them, so I'm not trying to force them out, but I do want to get this one that I'm working on done instead of the other 3 that I have, because the other 3 are all from the same movie and from the same scene that they just feel a bit too similar to post back to back. So I'm working on another one, the 2nd figure I've done from Rushmore, but before I do the video, I think I need to just touch up a few of them. But it's been something I've wanted to work on for a while, and I'm pleased to have started it. It was just sort of a fun little project that I started doing, and then I was actually kind of pleased with how they turned out. All right, here we go. So that is going to be how this shape is done, using these little Technic angled parts. So I think it's angled at a specific point, which looks quite interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Where does this go? All right. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be This is just going to be one-sided builds. I have no clue if they have any sort of interior to them or not. I don't remember that one bit from the pictures. I feel like I really didn't look at all that many of them, but this is definitely not going to be large enough to close it off. But speaking of closed off builds, getting back to some LEGO news for next year, or I guess actually maybe the end of this year, because I think they are December releases now, but the modular for December this year, or January next year, whenever it comes out, I have no clue if that is part of the whole fake leaks that have been going around, but some houses, or one modular residential house, I think is what it's rumored to be, which seems really interesting. I quite like the concept, and quite excited for that one. I still need to get the jazz club as well as the museum from this year. I don't really want to get the boutique hotel. I feel like every time a new modular comes out, I definitely wait longer than I should to buy them, but I also, other modulars, I think, I need to check to see if it's retiring or not, but I need to get the Sanctum before that retires, so that might be going this year, so I should probably check. I need to go through the newest lists, because I haven't, to see what exactly is retiring. I made a little wish list on lego.com of sets that I think I should be getting before they retire, and I'll see. I've sort of decided I don't really want to get into the Ninjago City sets, so I think a couple of those are retiring, and I don't think I'll be picking one of those up before they do. But a little skeleton going into the build now. But that Django's Slave 1 rumor is definitely one that feels the most interesting to me. I very, very much excited for that. Will be for sure picking that up May 1st, and ideally streaming it also on May 1st. I think my May 1st plan would just be go ahead to the LEGO store and then come back and stream that whole build and finish it off. It's definitely a set I'm quite excited for, and interested to see the Django minifigure with arm printing. That should be a fun figure, and I expect the build to be quite strong, especially if it's anything like Boba's from a few years back, which I think I was watching a video, just someone talking about the rumors, and I think they mentioned 2015 or maybe 16. I don't know, but I honestly had no clue that set was that old. I feel like it was out for a really long time, and but it was definitely, I feel like, the best Star Wars UCS ship, and excited to get a new one of it. It should be a cool set. A little wreath here. I don't know if those are out, the new Botanical Collection sets with the wreath as well as the poinsettia, I believe it is. The Christmas Botanical Collection sets, maybe that's October 1st. But those look pretty cool. I feel like there's more October 1st sets that I'm completely forgetting, but Fortnite definitely feels like the biggest of the releases that's been getting the most attention. And of course the thingy, whatever it's called. My goodness, Jabba's big old ship. Sail barge. Okay, I'm just gonna stick this wreath down here. I don't think it's supposed to connect anything. Is it? It doesn't seem like it, because it definitely can't connect to anything. So I'm assuming that just gets stored down there. That's what I'm gonna do. But definitely a lot of gray in this build. Another set that I am planning on getting later this year that's a bit of a bigger build is another Disney set, the Snow White's Cottage. I think I'm planning to pick that up for Black Friday to get the promo. I'm definitely going to get something, and I'm not entirely sure what set I'm going to go for. I did sort of consider getting Rivendell when the double points Lord of the Rings offer popped up a few days ago. But I think I'd rather just go double points in a promo in a couple months or next year sometime. But I think I probably should pick that set up before next year, because I know that if they release another set next year, I'm just going to get into the point where they're going to have a promo each time around, and I'm just going to be getting the new set, and I'm never going to end up buying Rivendell. So I think I'm going to buy it sometime this year or soon. I'm sort of at or very close to the point that I wanted to be with my VIP points, so that I get at least like a half, 50% off on the thing. I think I'm at close to $300. So I'll probably pick it up at some point. Maybe it is closed off. No, I don't think it will be. It's way too small to close it off. Maybe it is. It definitely didn't seem like it when I put the first few sections of it together, but the more I build it, the more it really does look like it can potentially close off, especially with these little tiles with the studs on either side of them. That's definitely a modular technique. So maybe I'm not gonna look at the back of the box on this thing. I want to be surprised with it and see if it actually is closed off. But it's sort of hard to tell with this basement section. Like, that section isn't closed off, so who knows? I'm gonna say it's not gonna be closed off, but it's interesting to see. It almost feels like a mix of both. But I like a lot of the shapes here. It's so far it's a very well built and well designed set, which is always a fun thing to put together. And of course, a perfect little themed set for today, tying in with Halloween. Let me get this little rock work or pebbles done. A little bit of a hard landscaping. I don't think there is any soft landscaping on this thing. I don't think there is a couple trees. Never mind. There's soft landscaping. Exciting. Soft landscaping. Very fun. Fun stuff. Alright. I definitely don't want to be placing these wrong. I think I've got them all right. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. I like these newer medium, I think it's medium orange is what it's considered, hot orange or something along those lines. It's the brighter, bit darker orange. Where was this rake supposed to go? Okay, it clips on there. There we go. Get in there. There you go. I feel like oh my goodness, this wreath should be able to attach somewhere at the bottom of it, but it definitely doesn't feel like, okay, yeah, this shouldn't be extra. Where are you going? Alright, finish the page, and now I find out where I made all my mistakes. Okay, there it is. Oh, there we go. This solves the wreath issue. Just put down this. Well, there we go. That solves that issue. Maybe I should have just read the instructions. Okay, bag 3. Ooh, yay. I'm excited to put this section of the building together. I quite like the shaping of it. Looks like there's some masonry bricks in this step, which will be nice to put in there. I just picked up some lavender 1x4 masonry parts at the Lego store. They had a wonderful selection of pick-a-brick the day I went, which was also when I bought this, but I was sort of surprised. It's been a long time, I feel like, since I saw a good pick-a-brick selection at that Lego store. It's my favorite Lego store. Every other Lego store that I go to, no matter how much bigger they may be, I love that Lego store, and I think I always will. So I will always go back to it. But the pick-a-brick selection definitely in the past has not been the best, but this most recent time was very, very solid, and I got some lavender masonry parts. I've been very lucky this year when it comes to finding masonry on the pab wall. It's a part type that every time I see it on a pick-a-brick wall, I want it, and I haven't seen it many times, but this year I've found it, I think, at 3 different stores, so it's been nice to get some nice masonry parts, even though in some of their cases they aren't the most useful of colors, but I'm sure I can find something to use lavender masonry pieces for, but it's a cool one. Alright. Okay, cool. I don't know how many more bags are left in this building. I was thinking of just finishing the build today. After I go off stream, I'll see. But maybe not. I'll think about it. But I realized this is earlier than it was supposed to be, because this is what? Actually, it's only been 32 minutes. Hasn't been that long. But I think I'm targeting about an hour for this stream, and yeah, happy to do it once again, even though it definitely feels, it was definitely a lot easier to do it when I was doing it weekly, whereas this feels a little bit harder to do, but I'm sure when I get back into it, it'll be quite a bit easier. But fun builds so far. 3 of the figures done. I think that's 3 more, and then also the 0 piece, which is, I don't believe it's till the last bag, so I won't be able to show that one off, but it's quite the piece. It definitely, the first thing I thought when I saw it was just, this doesn't really feel like a Lego piece, but it's a cool one. It's very different, and I quite like it. It's a cool one. Okay, that should be good to go. All right, so it isn't closed off. That's okay. Yeah, those are just used so you can sort of attach and detach the different parts of the build. But I guess then we'll be able to see a bit of the interior of it, so that's nice. But I'm excited to finish this build and see the final product and put it on display for Halloween, and then on my shelf for for a while, because I think I will quite like the build, and it'll definitely be one that I want to keep on displaying. But I'm really excited to see how that Fortnite Battle Bus turns out. All the reviews I've seen of it and pictures seem quite cool, so definitely excited to build it. I'm hoping that it ships out on the day it's supposed to, which is release. But maybe if you even ships early. I feel like my last pre-order with Lego shipped early. So I'll see how it goes. But most of my pre-order experiences with Lego have gone pretty well, except for the one time that I pre-ordered The Office, and of course that set is probably my favorite Lego set ever, so if it was going to happen with anything, of course it had to happen with that one. But I pre-ordered that, and it didn't ship on the day it released, like the pre-order should, and then it didn't ship for about a month. So when the set came back in stock, I picked one up at the Lego store. So I have 2 copies of the set. So hopefully the pre-ordering experience with Fortnite Battle Bus is better than that. But I think my last thing went alright. I feel like I haven't pre-ordered all that many Lego sets this year. I've just woken up, bought them on release. I feel like not that many things have sold out extremely quickly. I'm hoping that Star Wars Celebration set for October 1st doesn't sell out, because I definitely won't be staying up till midnight to order it, but if it does, it does, and it is what it is. But I'm excited to order that, build one of it, and have a couple sealed ones in case I want to build them at some point, because I definitely would like to have a decent number of those Rebel Troopers. They've always been one of my favorite Star Wars minifigures. I don't know what it is, but since playing the complete saga and seeing the minifigures and sets, I've absolutely loved that figure. I don't know what it is, but the colors, the helmet, it's just one of my favorite design characters in Star Wars. And I don't have that many of them. I probably have maybe 5, so actually it's probably more than that, because 2 from the hallway, there might be 1 in Yavin. A few years back, when that 4 plus might have still been called juniors at that point, I don't even remember, but the TIE fighter that had the TIE fighter pilot and the Rebel Trooper minifigure, I bought that just because it had one of those. And I think I also have a keychain, and I think pretty sure, like the old style of them with the keychain, I'm pretty sure I just ripped off the keychain part, and that was my Rebel Trooper. But yeah, I've always liked that Rebel Trooper figure. It's always been a very cool Lego Star Wars minifigure to me, so I'm excited to get, I think, 3 of them in that set. And yeah, I'm sure I probably will pick up any of them that I see at the Lego store after the set releases, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to retire at the end of the year, so who knows if that's true or not, but it'll be interesting to see how quick the 25th anniversary sets retire, because of course the 20th anniversary sets, a lot of those retired relatively quickly compared to other things. Am I putting this together right? Seems okay. This isn't right, but everything else seems okay. Oh, that solves the issue. Just look ahead in the instructions and that will solve it. Alright. This, I think I'm getting actually pretty close to finishing this build. I have 7 bags with me today. I'll probably just finish this first section, but it's been a fun build so far, and I've enjoyed it, and okay. There, I'm assuming, is the front of this building. These candles use whip pieces. That's an interesting parts usage. But I like all the shapes here. It feels very much like the movie, which is of course what you'd want, but with all the blocky shapes of a Lego piece, it's interesting to see how they accomplished it, and I think it was done pretty well from what I've seen so far. And yeah, I think there is a interesting banner piece that goes in the front of this building, so that'll be interesting to see how that one turns out and how it looks. But yes, this whole thing is sort of at a bit of an angle. Very interesting shaped building. So it's a very, of course, the dark bluish gray and black and light bluish gray parts aren't overly eye-catching, but then the shapes of the building itself are quite interesting and will definitely be some of the more interesting builds of a Lego house, I think, that they'll do. But it's coming together. How long is this? 41 minutes so far. Not too bad. Oh, huh. I was hearing the clicks of these bricks come together, and I think that's because I actually have a little bit of volume coming from my laptop. I can't hear my own self, but I can hear that. Let me turn that off. Alright. I was wondering where the little clicking noises were coming from. But that will answer that issue. Not entirely sure what section of this town this part of it is, but it's looking pretty cool with what's looking like a few benches, but might not be. All right, let me angle these as they have them in the instructions. Okay, so it's sort of closed off at the back. It's not fully closed off, but it's somewhat closed off. And I'm assuming that's going to be the same case with Jack Skellington's house, which I believe is the next one. And then it ends with the moon and graveyard area, which I feel like that had a bunch of stickers. Okay, yeah, there is stickers. All right, wonderful. Yeah, I need to go find this sticker sheet because, oh, it should be in here. I would assume. Maybe in the instructions. Let's see. Let's search for the. Oh wait, I got it. Okay, there we go. I just remembered that all the graves have details on them, and I was pretty sure that those look like stickers in the pictures, and I just got to the first sticker, so well. Funny that how that worked out, making that realization right when I got to the sticker step. But let's get to it. So I guess a decent amount of stickers in this one. I was just getting on about how there aren't any in this set, but it turns out there are. At least the light bluish gray stickers match with the light bluish gray parts relatively well. I need to do a second one of those. But I'm definitely enjoying this build. I think the building itself is nearing completion. I'll probably have it done in the next few bags, I would assume, because pretty much all the walls are done, or at least the main structure, and then you've got the roof and the columns. So I'm sure that's not... I have bag 6 with me, so I'm thinking it might be 2 bags left of this, and then from 6 onward, it's the Jack Skellington. The last section is the smallest, which is the graveyard area, so I believe it's 16 bags in total is what I poured out of the box, so should be it's definitely a small interior of this one. It's not huge, but I'm happy it's not. It will definitely be easier to display knowing that it's not huge. I've sort of been turned off of really large Lego sets the last little while. Since I bought the UCS Republic gunship, I don't know, I've definitely been less inclined on buying large sets that are not the Lord of the Rings D2Cs. Completely skipped a step. Wonderful. Just wonderful. I'm really good at doing that, aren't I? Skipping steps. I think that's probably my best trick when it comes to building live, is just skipping a bunch of steps. I guess that's why actually the 3 bags have taken a little bit more time. Okay. There we go. Just about done here for this last couple steps of this of bag 3, and it's on the 4, which I'm not entirely sure. There's still the roof left, the walls at the side, the angled walls, and the roof. And I don't think there's too much left on the exterior. I think that's pretty much finished. So it's getting close. I feel like this won't be more than 2 or 3 bags left with this one, which probably fits for the length you'd want for this thing. Alright, building up to just plain gray walls. This actually might be the last bag, because that looks, no, it's not a base. This actually might go until bag 6. It's sort of hard to tell, but I'm interested to see how long this actually goes. Because the next one has a lot of gray pieces, but that also might just be for the roof. Because at some point there's going to be this big banner printed part. Let me see, where is that? Okay, that's Jack Skellington in bag 7. So It's got to be before that, but I definitely don't see this banner piece. So unless I've missed that one as well. Who knows? Yes. At some point, I will find it. Alright, let me get this out of the way so I can see instructions a little bit better. And build up this wall. Just all light bluish gray. Looks like it's going to be dark bluish gray for Jack Skellington, so bit of a different gray there, but all pretty much the same. Interested how these clip on. They don't have the same clips as the other ones, but these are definitely this. Yeah. Well, that answers that quite easily. These are the walls. All right. So yeah, pretty much this is just about done. Am I missing it? Yeah. Didn't seem tall enough. How's that? Even that's not tall enough. What am I missing here? That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. There we go, that's it. This is a stream of quite a few mistakes. All right. Now, is this big enough? That's about, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Now I'll try to put this second one together without making any errors to it. And that goes there, that one there, and then a few of these angled tiles, and then that will be that for this wall. All right, there's nothing for the roof here, so that must be the next step, is the roof. All right, now this wall just needs to click in there. And that is that. It's a very plain looking front of the building, but it's not too bad. Little bits of curtains almost. All right. What's next? A little bit more exterior, it seems. They've definitely gotten a little bit more comfortable when it comes to just placing different plates in odd angles. I feel like that wasn't that common a little while ago. But it's definitely become a bit more of a commonplace now. I think this is like the town hall area, I believe. This definitely feels like a bit of a display that I'll be able to do a bit of a Halloween village. I was at a craft store and they had a bunch of Halloween village items They were quite expensive, but they were very cool, and I'm happy I left the store, else I was probably going to be walking out with way too many things that I don't need. But all the Halloween decorations just look quite cool. And yeah, I'm liking what's coming together from this this set so far. All right. That will go there. Oh, this goes into the inside of this. Huh. Okay. All right. Now this just should clip on to here. And there is the front of it. And now it's on to these three columns, or 6, never mind. I've just got to replicate these a bunch of times. Fun. They look quite nice. So, hopefully it all turns out as a nice build. So at least it's not that, I think it was Yoda's Dagobah training, the diorama set that had you placing down quite a few just one by one pieces. And I don't think that was overly popular. But these are looking good. So this is definitely the last step here. So I guess 5 is the roof. Might be 6 too. Or actually, might be more to this on 6. Thought it was going to end with the 5th bag, but I don't think it will. At least from what I can see so far, it definitely doesn't feel like it's going to end with the 5th bag. But I think that will be a lot of it, because there's just, I believe, just the roof and the little banner, but maybe there's a bit more on the ground and a few other side builds. Because I'm gonna, that bag 7 that has Jack Skellington definitely feels like the start of a new section. So I guess this does go to bag 6, but interesting to see. All right, that's 3 of them done. Just three left. I guess color-wise, it's not an overly interesting build. There are sections that are quite repetitive, so it all looks very much the same until you actually finish the build, so that might hinder a few choices of purchasing the set, but I don't know how well it's done so far. I think it's done all right, but I'm definitely enjoying what I'm seeing from the set so far, and I'm liking these columns. They're pretty cool, and will for sure spruce up the front of the building a bit, which is quite bare at the moment. But I remember this one looking quite good, probably my favorite of the 3 sections. So currently at the moment it definitely is quite plain, but with these columns added to it, I think it'll look quite nice. Alright, just about an hour, 4 bags. 4 bags done, or about to be, once I have these columns in there. This is definitely already making it look a lot more interesting. Alright, I see. They sort of line everything up so that you have good reference of where you should place these parts. Alright, where's the column? Or where is the banner is supposed to be here, but that's wonderful. Where is it? Was it supposed to come in the bag or what? Let me, Lego Nightmare for Christmas. Let me go brick set, because they have their reviews. Wonderful. Now what I want to see is the picture that has, like, this is all you get when you pour out the, do they not really? They don't have the picture? The one picture that I need? Because I just want to know if this is supposed to come in a different section or what. Let's see. What does it say right at the start? Because they sort of give you an indication. No, it's pretty much inclines that you get this part inside bag 4. Alright, that's a bit odd. Well, for now, I am just going to place this here so that I just have a little bit of a idea, and I can figure that out later. But it definitely, they make it look like you're, like it comes with this, with the bag. I'll look around, see if I can find the banner, because I was quite excited for that, because that looks really, really cool. And if they don't, I guess I'll have to put in a request too. I don't have this part. Alright. "35 days till Christmas," according to this. Okay, day 5. This is the moon piece. It's a very interesting piece included in the Lego set. It's almost a foam type of material. It actually might be. It's quite an interesting part. I'm gonna have to go through these bags and see if I can find it somewhere. Looking good so far. Got Sandy Claus with this candy cane piece, which is quite cool. It's a cool little part. Alright. Okay. Now there's beard. Is this the first Santa Claus minifigure they've done that doesn't have a yellow skin tone? It might be. It's a nice figure. There he is. Alright, the roof. I'm going to assume it's going to come together quite quickly. It seems like a lot of large large plates, and then I'm going to guess that that will pretty much be it for this section, unless there's something on the interior. Alright, I'm gonna need you, because you were definitely not small enough to be an extra part. Okay. But it's been nice to do another stream again, even though I sort of forgot how much they can sort of be a little bit tiring. Sometimes, and especially a month or more coming back to one, especially in that case. But I still think I'm a bit delusional to be doing a 24-hour stream at some point, but I'm dedicated to the concept of it, and definitely wanted to do it. I've started writing out a bit of a plan for it, because I wouldn't mind doing it relatively soon. So that is that. But it's probably a stupid idea. But why not? I'm just gonna have to get a more comfortable chair, because this one definitely, well, it's more the issue of that I feel like I'm leaning forward every time I'm doing stream, or well, I am, which doesn't entirely help. So I need to start sitting back a little bit more, but even then I will need to get a bit more of a comfortable chair for this. It's definitely built for not more than an hour, 2, 3 maybe. I'm sitting in it. Alright, where are you? I'll find you sometime. So that's the method for success with this build. Just can't find it, just keep on going until I can't go any longer, because I'm definitely going to hit a bit of a roadblock, but I'm sure I'll be able to find the part. Just a little angled plate, so unless I left it in one of the bags. Oh, there it is. How is the part connected to another part inside the bag? I feel like that's not all that common of an occurrence. Okay. A bunch of presents. How nice. And bows scattered all around. I think the roof seems like it might actually be closed off, though. It's interesting, because it's almost like it's not 100% the dollhouse style they do for City, Friends, Harry Potter, a lot of different builds that aren't modulars, whereas this one is definitely more towards that, but isn't like totally open. It definitely is a bit more closed off than others. Well, someone's getting a head as a gift. That's nice. As well as the spiders just hanging out up here in this section of the build. Another wreath. Built the exact same, I believe, as the other one. A lot of stuff up in this this section of the build. There's probably more in this part, which you might not even be able to see, than in the actual building itself. The building is definitely quite small. There's not a huge amount of space to it, so it's definitely more of an exterior display piece than it is an interior one with any sort of play function, but it is, I guess, an 18 plus set, so that's expected, but that's definitely one thing. Alright, whatever this will do with you is, I have no clue. Alright, the wreath. And a stocking. and it's on to, I'm going to assume, the actual construction of the, so I guess it's just a bunch of Christmas decorations. No, I don't entirely remember what goes on in this movie, but I feel like they weren't all that fond of Christmas, but maybe I'm wrong. Did they end up killing Santa Claus? I don't remember. It's been a couple years since I saw it. Alright. There's that. And then, okay, cool. Actually building up the roof now. I think this is a very well-built set, though. It's well-designed, well-built. Yeah, it seems like it's for sure a very solid Lego set, good display set, and yeah, it's definitely, I guess, made for the one-off Lego purchase, which I guess is most 18 plus and idea sets. That's very much where they're targeted towards. But there's so much 18 plus sets now. I feel like it's a bit much. It's I feel like it's about a quarter of the store, which seems a bit much, but all the numbers on this clock seem the exact same. I believe the first episode of The Simpsons season 36 came out today. Bart's birthday. I think it comes out on Disney Plus tomorrow, so I will be watching it. I'm actually kind of excited for it. Not usually that excited for a new season, but I'm excited for it. One thing about The Simpsons, though, I'm not all that excited for is how The Simpsons tapped out the mobile game is ending. So I was honestly quite sad about that. I blew up my town yesterday and have started reconstructing it to sort of the final look that I want to get with it. And yeah, it's sad to end it, and but I've had a good time playing it, so I need to do 2 of these, don't I? Yeah. So I guess I'll see here, because it's getting to the end of it, if this is actually the end of it, or if there's more to it. But yeah, this is an interesting style for this building. It's sort of very much in a bit of a middle ground. It's not a modular, because it's definitely, well, of course the base isn't built to be that way anyways, but in the way of being closed off, it's not a closed off building, but it's very similar to a lot of the ideas of one of them, and it's not totally opened. It's like the roof is closed off, which you don't really see in those, so it's sort of its own style of Lego building, which of course would probably only be able to fit this particular style of building. It's just very interesting, very organic shapes, very unrealistic shapes to what could actually be constructed in the world, which they try to build with those Cities and Friends sets. So but I actually do quite like the look of the build now, looking at it. the exterior is definitely getting a little bit more to it, and it's looking good. Alright. Well, I think I'm nearing the end here of today's stream. It's been fun getting back into it. I guess the end, or whatever I called I think I called it the final stream in all caps. But for videos upcoming, I still have a bunch of things pre-recorded. At the end of October, I will have the Simpsons Advent Calendar for each day for 13 days, leading up to Halloween. So there's that. And continuing videos into November. And then December, I've got 3 Advent calendars to open up, so there will be that. And yeah, that's the plan. And then I've got another Padme video coming out. That will be in November, I believe. And October's video, which I do need to start working on. It's all filmed, I just need to do a bit more to it. It's pretty much complete. It's just not 100% finished. This video is my favorite I've ever done, so I'm very excited to put it out. I'll probably make a few Instagram stories and community posts before it comes out. I hope it does quite well. I do need to work on a thumbnail for it. I've put out a few ideas for it, and maybe I do a little bit of a community post poll for that. It actually sounds like an interesting concept to do. Yeah, it's I'm quite excited for it, and I hope it does well, because I very much enjoyed filming it, and when I edited it together, I thought it looked quite good, and probably, I think, the best thing I've done on YouTube, so I am happy with it, and hoping that it turns out well. Alright. That's interesting. They don't actually... Is it actually not clipped in anywhere? Is it just forced in there? Alright, this will be interesting to figure this out. Let me just fit that in there. Interesting. There's not any points of connection in there, it's just placed on there. Makes, of course, taking everything off a lot easier, but that's interesting. Well, that is the build. Okay, so bag 6. Yeah, okay, let me finish it. Let me finish the first build, but here is the interior, not all that much. And then the exterior, of course, looks quite nice. Alright. Let's finish this. And hopefully, I shall find the banner to truly finish this first section off. I quite like the look of that build. It's cool. It's very interesting proportions and very much seems like it fits what I can remember from the film. Alright. I think this last little bit will come together quite quickly. It's a few small parts in here, but it's definitely quite a few large ones, and then it seems like maybe a little bit of a tree build going on. Oh, that. 4 figures as well as another character with the mayor from this one. And okay, going blurry. Is it good? No, oh no. Has it crashed? No. Oh my goodness. Is it done? Just last a little bit longer, my stream. Oh no. I guess it's not totally dead. It's just as blurry as can be. Oh no. Come on, come back. Come on, man. It's at least this is the last bag, and I've been able to show off the main actual building here. So that's good. But yeah, this last few minutes of this stream seems like will be extremely blurry. Who knows how the audio is? That's probably as choppy as can be as well. Alright. Come on. Jeez. At least it lasted a decent amount of time without getting all fuzzy. Sad. Very sad. Alright, come on back. Just for the last few minutes, please. I would like to finish this stream off strong, because I have no clue when the next one will be. I definitely didn't think I'd be doing one in September, but I'm happy to be doing one. It's been a good little one, in its blurry nature. I'm hoping I can find that banner, because that's definitely a very cool part of the build. Is this some sort of little bit of a fountain build, potentially? I have no idea. Oh, I looked over and I thought it was alright. Turns out, oh my goodness, it's back. It's back. It's not perfect, but it's better. Oh my, the stream is returned. How wonderful. Okay, whoa, that's a lot of 1x1s. You have to fill this entire thing with 1x1s. Yay. That's fun. Okay, it's back to normal. Just last on, or keep on going for 5 minutes. I would guess that's how long it's gonna be. So, finish the first section, just over an hour, about where I wanted to be for this stream. So, a good one. Got some good progress on this build. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it today. I might. We'll see. Oop. But it's been a good build. I've enjoyed it, and I hope anyone watching this after the stream goes up has enjoyed the build, and yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it, but I think I'll be ending this thing out quite soon. Or now, who knows? Should probably just end it and not even have any sort of outro to it. Just go boop, and it ends. The most fun part of the build so far. Place in 1x1s. Oh, there's more than need to fit on this plate. I hope I don't need to do a second row of these. Last weekend I did a decent amount of work on that build I'm working on for a convention, and it A lot of 1x1s. It just about destroyed my fingers. But I kept on going. Oh, good. Actually, no, there are more. I don't like this. I think I'm gonna have to do a second row of these. That didn't take that long. One second. Goes on. Some sort of fun little fountain build. All right. Where does it go? Something like that, right? This is Halloween. Is that the start of the movie? I feel like it is, but... Or like goes through a tree or something at the start, doesn't it? There we go. I like a lot of the shaping of this. It's pretty cool. Oh, where did that go? That's not very good, is it? Okay. I just need to find this part. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. I was trying to duplicate a part that you didn't have to duplicate. I feel like I do that a lot. I try to guess the instructions before they actually happen, and it ends up really not being anything you actually need to do. Okay. Let me actually follow the instructions here instead of just placing parts where I want to place them. I like the... I do really like the shaping of this. It's very interesting. It's very organic, and it's a very, of course, it's a very plain colored build. There's 3 colors, or 2 really, but it's very interesting in all the shaping, and it's well built, very well built. Good job to whoever designed this. They did a tremendous job. Very interested to see what was revealed at the Lego RLFM days. Registered Lego Fan Media. So whatever letters that is. I'm assuming the modular, because that came out, but that's definitely one. Yeah. Ooh, little gargoyle. Or snake. Something. Interesting being. Alright, this is about finished. A lot of different skeleton heads included with this thing, but I'm liking it. And I guess also, as it happened yesterday, congratulations to the Brisbane Lions for winning the grand final of the AFL, and having the Pies pass on, I guess, their championship from last year to the Lions. I'm excited for next year and hoping that it goes better than it did this year, because this year was not overly great after the championship win last year, but hopefully it goes okay. Alright, this interesting demon. And then so this is supposed to be constructed. Seems that way. Okay. Now this guy just goes into there. And then a little bit of a tree. Ooh, this dark orange pumpkin is a cool colored part. I quite like the color of it. Alright. And we've got this, which is going to be the base of the tree. Another skeleton head. Interesting that this one uses the closed off studs, I guess because it's being used on the build. They don't need to put the choking protection implemented into it. I would assume that would be the case because it's actually built into it. But how is this? Assuming that it's like that. And it uses these. Oh wait, is it these? Yeah, it's these. Okay. It's a very interesting tree. Okay. That's okay, I need 4 of these. Okay, there we go. The last one, and that will be that. Alright, I think that seems about right for this tree. Or whatever it is, I think it's a tree. Definitely doesn't look like one. Oh yay, more of these studs. These ones are just placed in there. Okay, and that is that. And that is the first section of the build, which will be it for today. And I need to go find this banner, because for some reason it wasn't in the bag, so I need to put a request in to get a new part. But there it is. It's quite sad. This feels like it could just be a Lego set. But there's 3 more sections to it, so that is it for today. Thank you for anyone watching this afterwards or now, and see you on the next one, which I have no clue when it's going to be, at least not until next year, where it'll be weekly once again, but for now on, it's sort of just sporadic like this one. So see you then, and good day. Bye.